Hello and welcome back to my another Pathfinder build video. In this video, I will yet again introduce another trickster mythic pass build, together with the little tricks that you can use to make all the buff you cast last for 24 hours. Okay, to start with, as many of you guys might already know, if you are Angel or Leech mythic pass, at some point, if you get a caster level of 25 by merging the spellbook, and also if you take a Mystic ability Greater Enduring spell together with a Meta Magic extended, and you can pretty much make all the buffs last for 24 hours, even for those that only last for one round per caster level. So actually for Trickster, we also have a unique way to achieve the same goal by using this ability, Infuse Magic Device. What it does is every time you use magic items, it's gonna increase that caster level by your mythic ranks. So as you can see here, I already buffed myself with some buff, and all those last for 24 hours. And also I have Nenio to scribe some scroll for me, for scribe some arcane scroll, and Socio to scribe some divine scroll. Now, as you can see, I have scroll of haste extended and caster level 19. Let's just use it. And as you can see, now my haste lasts for 24 hours. And same also goes for some divine buff like Eagle Soul. This one is the arcane buff. Okay, and Sense Vital. Also divine power. And finally, I think I don't forget the transformation, because Magus, by the way, for this build, we're gonna go 20 levels straight from Sword Saint, because we don't have a full BAB progression, so just don't forget to use this transformation at the end. Now, as you can see, all the buff lasts for 24 hours, and this is even more versatile than Angel and Leech, because as long as you have some party member to scribe the scroll for you, then you can pretty much have access to all the buffs in the game. Alright, as for the build itself, it's actually not that complicated, because as I mentioned before, we just go 20 levels straight for Magus Sword Saint. Sword Saint by itself is already very strong, so we don't have to multi-class. It not only have pretty much all the good stuff a Magus should have, but also it has canny defense, which is gonna add intelligence bonus per Magus class level as a dodge bonus to your AC. Here we are 20 level, so basically we can add all of the intelligence bonus to AC without a problem. And also we have maybe something critical perfection. It's gonna automatically confirm the crits, and also lethal focus, because it's gonna add intelligence modifier on damage when the enemy is flat-footed, and which will get because we're gonna use the Prison attack a lot. Okay, and also maybe perfect reflex, so automatically a natural 20 on initiative roll, and maybe on level 20 we have a weapon mastery, which gonna increase the critical multiplier by 1. So very solid class by itself. As for the feats, because I chose to use Curvin Outblade, so it's actually up to yourself. If you want to go maybe 2-weapon fighting style, it's just up to your own choice. Doesn't really matter. And as for the stats, as you can see here, I have a very decent armor class and very decent attack rolls and very high damage as well, and plus like a times 6 crit multiplier, a threaten range from 11 to 20, and mythic pass. Again, I've just used my 20 level character to test this build, meaning that if you want to play this build from the beginning, you probably have to be more careful with the ability choice, but roughly you can just go something like this. Okay, the crucial things is infuse magic device, and here I chose stealth rank 3 because as you can see here, I managed to pump up my stealth to 78. This is even without using the great invisibility spell. So maybe after I cast, where is it? Oh, because I use transformation, I can no longer cast spell. This is okay. So now, as you can see, my character has a 98 stealth bonus, and with this stealth rank 3, which means I pretty much have a 88 spell resistance, which pretty much makes me immune to all the spell in the game. So just a very solid build. Alright, now let's go back to the game and see how this build works. And of course we are tested on unfair difficulty, and this is some late game dungeon. We're gonna fight some mini boss here, and as you can see, because we have a very high stealth, even I get this close to the boss, it just cannot notice me. And by the way, for Magus, I always like to use the turn-based mode, because we do have a lot of things to toggle around here. Let's just buff our weapon and toggle on all the buff here. I think this is pretty much about it. Alright, let's take the fight. Alright, let's just skip for the party member. And use of course, Prescient attack. As you can see, some very decent number here. Well, okay. So actually this boss has some ability to reduce the slashing damage by half. Otherwise, we would have done much more damage than the current one. But as you can see, it's also, we managed to reduce quite a lot of the health bar. Okay, so we have a very high AC here. Again, let's just skip the party member. Okay, so we take the boss relatively easily. So I think this is pretty much about this build, and thank you for watching my video. I see you in the next video.